So do you just do residential, or you do commercial, or what's your specialty, or do you do a little
Uh,
bit of both?
I mean, I don't. I would like to get into commercial at some point, but mostly it's residential. I have a couple of those like mixed use buildings. We got this the storefront on the bottom, and then a couple apartments on top, and then I got everything. Basically, everything I have is like multi-unit, uh, so multi-unit apartments or those mixed use properties. But I would
Okay.
like to get into other stuff later. Just I nowadays I'm trying to find the opportunities where it's going to require the least amount of my time once it gets set up, and kind of the how I can set it up where it can kind of be more on a automated type of thing. And I feel like larger projects are easier to generate the revenue to actually be able to pull that type of stuff off. Um,
So, which in terms of real estate, what's your long term goal? Is it a specific cash flow number, or is it a certain number of doors you want?
it's more just like I guess a retirement thing. I don't have a figure for real estate. It's just like I guess it's all like I just look at it more like I have a portfolio, an investment portfolio. Real estate is a portion of that investment portfolio.
Okay.
Real estate, I feel like once these mortgages are paid off, the ones that that provides like retirement for cash flow. You got equity build up, you got the cash flow, and so on. And that's retirement. The faster you're without mortgages on your property, that's now could be you can decide that gives you more options. Like, hey, do I want to work in something else or not? I got this passive income coming in, so I don't really have like a target with that as far as numbers. It's just like purpose. The purpose of it is to create
Mm-hmm.
a either a early retirement thing, even though I would never like retire. But I like I don't know if I cannot work. Like I like working too
You
much.
enjoy what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's important. That's definitely
You never
important. So,
retire when you enjoy what you're doing because you're going to keep doing it. You know what I mean? You'll always trade your time to do that.
Definitely. Definitely.
yeah.
And
So,
even
go ahead.
well, I was gonna say even like I feel like every year, like every couple of years, I find something new that I'm interested in. I'll go down like this rabbit hole where like now I just have like this new thing that I'm into, like as far as just acquiring knowledge and trying to pull it off and make it happen, and just challenging myself constantly, like stepping outside of the comfort zone
That's important.
on my box, whatever, just kind of expanding it always.
That's important. So, I know you do other kind of investing. I want to get into that as well, but I just have to ask this question because as someone who's a tax professional, how does that help you as a real estate investor? Because I'm sitting there thinking like a lot of, I'm a real estate investor, and a lot of times, I try to figure things out by asking people when it comes to taxes, because one of the benefits of being a real estate investor is taxes.
Uh,
So, you know, how do you find getting back into the tax business and going through this? How did that help you as a real estate investor? Since you started in real estate investing first and then went back to taxes, how has it helped you?
well, I think the first thing that helps people, like what I feel like is like just a major skill that people constantly need to be working on, just plain old financial literacy, like because taxes is one thing, but accounting, just general like financial accounting, like being able to track your income and expenses, like just being organized, like is a big deal. But as far as how to the taxes, I mean, early on, I know that the taxes have kind of changed a little bit, but I know early on, you know you can depreciation. Depreciation is a uh, non-cash deduction. So meaning you don't. So let's say you buy a house and it's $100,000 house, a residential house. IRS says you have to write that off over 20,000. I'm sorry, over 27 years, 27 and a half years. You may have paid 100,000 for it, but with a mortgage, you only put your own actual money in. Let's say maybe 3, 4, $5,000, whatever the case may be. But you're able to write off something $100,000 divided by 27 and a half over that period of time. So that basically you created a deduction. The problem is that once your income starts getting to certain levels, then you kind of lose those deductions. So I've kind of been coming across that a lot more as like my clients and my peer group, like their incomes are increasing, like trying to figure out additional ways where they can decrease their tax liability, because it's a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff that used to work it doesn't work anymore.